From the Millersville University Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Elliott here with the medium range forecast and video discussion issued on Monday, July 7th. Well, the typical warm and humid summertime pattern that's going to be with us early this week looks like it's going to stick around throughout the entire medium range period. And it is very typical in mid-July. Temperatures most afternoons are going to be in the mid to upper 80s, lows at night in the upper 60s to low 70s, and dew points are also going to be in the upper 60s to low 70s most days. So that means heat indices will generally be in the low to mid 90s most afternoons, and there will be a near daily chance of showers and thunderstorms. Often in mid-July, there really aren't many well-defined cold fronts that make it down into the mid-Atlantic states. The jet stream is really far north in Canada, and we generally have light winds at all levels of the atmosphere. And there will be some exceptions, but this year looks more like the traditional July. Very light flow pretty much throughout the entire atmosphere. So it's really going to be hard to pinpoint severe weather on a day-to-day basis, and there probably won't be that much. There'll be some isolated incidents of damaging wind gusts from some of the heaviest storms. But as far as widespread severe weather is concerned, I don't really see much chance for that in the immediate future or really on the horizon. So without further ado, let me start by taking a look at the Canadian model for 2 p.m. on Thursday. And what you'll notice is there is going to be a subtle low pressure system and another disturbance moving through the mid-Atlantic states on Thursday. So with that being said, I do expect widespread showers and some heavy drenching thunderstorms to erupt Thursday afternoon and evening. Both the Canadian and the European models are in good agreement, showing that widespread activity across southeastern PA, the Delmarva region, and the lower Susquehanna Valley. So again, given the recent surplus of rainfall and more showers and thunderstorms to come tomorrow, localized flash flooding and locally heavy rainfall are again going to be the main concerns from these storms. As I mentioned earlier in this video, winds are very light at all levels of the atmosphere, and that's going to remain the case over the next couple of weeks. So these storms aren't going to be moving very quickly, and where they do fire up, they are going to dump copious amounts of rainfall with rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. So each afternoon, if you're hit by a thunderstorm or hit multiple times by these storms, you could pick up 2 to 4 inches of rain in a very short amount of time, and that is more than sufficient to trigger localized flash flooding of low-lying, poor drainage in urban areas, as well as some smaller streams and creeks. Fortunately, it does look like that low-pressure system is going to shift into the western Atlantic on Friday. So yeah, I'm not going to rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but Friday does look a lot quieter than Thursday. But again, with that heat and humidity still around, there still will probably be an isolated shower or storm erupting during the afternoon and evening hours. But generally, Friday does look quieter and drier than what we're going to be dealing with on Thursday. But both days, like I said, highs are going to be in the mid to upper 80s with oppressive humidity. So heat indices will be around or just above 90 degrees before those showers and thunderstorms arrive. As we move forward into the upcoming weekend, perhaps Saturday's not that bad either. It doesn't really look like there's any well-defined disturbances moving through the mid-Atlantic states on Saturday. The Euro does suggest that just because, again, of all that heat and humidity around, the atmosphere is going to be unstable, so a few showers and storms will erupt Saturday afternoon and evening. But again, much like Friday, I don't expect them to be as widespread as what we're going to deal with on Thursday. There is going to be a subtle cold front moving into the Great Lakes region on Saturday, but that it looks like that front's just going to lift into southeastern Canada during the second half of the weekend. The Euro is a little bit more aggressive, pushing that front farther south and east, but even by Sunday afternoon, it's still only reaching the eastern Great Lakes region and perhaps areas north and west of the Appalachians. But I think overall, shower and thunderstorm activity will be possible both Saturday and Sunday afternoons, but it does look fairly isolated in nature. But again, with it being summertime, make sure to drink plenty of non-alcoholic beverages, wear light-colored, loose-fitting clothing, and take some frequent breaks from the heat in the AC just to stay cool and minimize the risk of heat-related illnesses, also all too common in July. And keep an umbrella handy, keep an eye on the sky, and make sure to move indoors if you see lightning or hear thunder. So without further ado, taking a look at the medium range forecast, mostly cloudy and humid on Thursday with scattered showers and thunderstorms, high 84. Humid again on Friday and Saturday with clouds and some sun both days and a chance of showers and thunderstorms. High on Friday 86 and very similar on Saturday, highs in the mid-80s. Looking ahead then into Sunday, very similar forecast, partly sunny, warm and humid with an isolated shower or thunderstorm around, highs in the upper 80s. Well, that'll do it for this edition of the Medium Range Forecast. Tune back in next Monday for the latest edition. Until then, stay cool and stay dry out there over the next week.